Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we are looking at the Halulite Minimalist 2 cook set from GSI Outdoors here at etrailer.com. Now the Halulite Minimalist is a great cooking set if you want something that is light, compact, and versatile. Now this is great for hiking, camping, especially if you are worried about weight and you want to cut down on all the unnecessary features that you don't want carrying around. You can bring this. It's effective, but it's also small. Now you can use this in several different ways. Of course, the main purpose for this is people like to use this to boil water for their freeze-dried food or their dehydrated food, but you can also cook things inside it. So if you want some soup, you want your broth, you can boil those inside the mug, or you can turn this into an insulated mug and have your coffee, tea, or hot cocoa for when you just want to sip on a cold night. Now the Halulite set is a cooking set, which means you have different components. The great thing about this is that they all nest together and are designed to pack down to be extra compact and lightweight. So first, on the outside, we're gonna have our insulation sleeve. This goes around our pot so you can convert it into a mug that you can carry around everywhere. You also have this silicone gripper, and this holds on to your pot even when it's boiling hot. I've tried it and I don't burn my fingers, which is great. You next have this spoon. So this is a fork plus spoon, and this folds out and you can lock it into place in order to eat your meals. This also folds down in order to store inside your pot. Next, you have the 0.6 liter pot. This is made of Halulite, which is GSI Outdoors proprietary alloy. It's basically aluminum, which allows for an even heating core, and it's their upgrade to titanium. The final component is the lid. So this goes over your pot in order to make a mug. So once everything is put together with that lid on top, you can see how this all creates a nested cooking set. The lid can be used in two ways. First is as a pot cover, and if you flip it around, it then becomes a mug. On the inside, you can see how there is a measurement guide that is etched into the mug and not printed. I do like that etched design because then it's not going to fade away. And you can see the approximate volume of up to 600 milliliters. The pot gripper has a minimalist design where instead of a whole oven mitt, you just need 2 fingers to grab your pot. This also has a magnetic holder that you can stick to your fuel canister when not in use. The entire Halulite Minimalist cooking set weighs only 0.4 pounds, 0.39 to be exact. So that's going to be a number that you might be interested in if you are really counting your pounds and making sure you get the lightest gear for your adventures. Before using your Halulite pot, please wash it first in boiling hot water. That way you know it is clean and sterilized. Afterwards, after using it, drinking out of it, cooking out of it, you can actually clean this out with sand and just dry it with a clean, dry cloth, which is great especially when you are on the trail or walking along the beach. This does not come with a stove, but if you are looking for a stove that works really well with this, I recommend GSI Outdoors Pinnacle Canister Stove. As you can see, this is designed to fit perfectly inside the Halulite pot. That way you have your entire setup, including if you get the small canister from GSI in one package. Now that we've taken a closer look at the Halulite cooking set, let's see it in action. After a long day of hiking, I'm ready to eat. So what I have here is my water in my water bottle, the GSI Outdoors Halulite Minimalist camping or cooking set, my fuel canister, as well as my cooking stove. With these, I get to prepare my freeze-dried food. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna boil 16 ounces or 2 cups of water. Now, of course, this depends on what meal you're preparing for how much water you need. That's a pretty good average right there. So let's just fill that up. We're going to turn the fuel adjuster valve to on, so just turn that till you hear the gas and then light it. Once you do that, you can control how much heat you want by controlling the valve. We're going to have it right there in the middle and then set our water on top. Now we're going to wait for our water to boil. While waiting, I like to put this right by the canister. It comes with a set. That way when it's boiling and it's hot, we're ready to go. Now that it's boiling, we're gonna turn this off. There we go. and then leave the stove for 10 minutes to let it cool. Now the Halulite Minimalist cooking set does come with a spoon/fork, a spork, and this can be used to stir your food if you need to. So my final thoughts about the Halulite Minimalist cooking set is it's definitely lightweight, it's effective. That Halulite alloy does work out to heat up pretty quickly. I do like how they made it to work with their Pinnacle stove, and even using it with other stoves, it works just as well. I do see this as a cooking set for one person or two if you guys like to share your food or your drinks. All in all, if you are solo hiking or camping, or you're out in the wilderness and you want to cut down on the weight that you're carrying around, this works out pretty well. And that was a look here at our Halulite Minimalist cooking set here at etrailer.com.